I think it's very important for every serious relationship that not everything you see now, all the conviction that you have, are really things that are going to last forever. And they change. And sometimes you have a kid, and the kid dictates a lot of the things. Sometimes you have parents who dictate a lot of things. Sometimes job dictates a lot of things. People need to be flexible. I think in a way, maybe that is the biggest quality to look for. Is can this person be flexible what I might need, or can I be flexible what they need? Because some things don't move forward. So look, I'm too rigid about my ways, and I cannot work around it. I think that is probably one of the best qualities of a marriage, if you have flexibility. Again, it's not easy. I'm not talking about giving up. I'm talking about be able to adjust and people to change. I think the amount of time I heard a conversation with people saying, but when I date you, you were, yeah, that was 25 years ago. Let it go. Let it go. People change. People move. It's true that we're bringing a lot of package from the way our parents grew up, the way we grew up, the way lives. But we also make our own packages. And we make them, and some of them they're good and some of them they're bad. But we keep moving on with the years, and we become better, I think, in what we are at. I think that's something to look up to. Can you close your eyes and imagine being the same person for the rest of your life? My father told me that the biggest challenge of marriage is exactly what the biggest benefit of is. You have the same person for the rest of your life. And that's a question you have to ask. Can I handle that? They're not going to change. Not become taller, wider, smarter, blonder, greener, redder, whatever it is it's not. This is the way it is. And can you deal with the adjustment? I think so. If somebody is not flexible and you are more flexible type, obviously two people are rigid. If they agree on the same rigidness, it's great and amazing. The problem, as I said, as I indicated, life happens. Mm-hmm. Life happens. Look, if you ask somebody who got married, I'm giving this example because we're in this time, got married, let's say, Tishrei 2 years ago, 2023, right? And they got married in Tishrei and it was amazing, right? And they had an amazing wedding. Everybody was happy. They live in Israel. Now they're in a war. The entire world changed. The entire perspective of what you think changed. And it has nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything about it. But did time change? I have friends of mine who've been called to Miluim, right, to reserve. Right? So normally reserve is 60 days a year, or let's say people do 7 weeks instead of 8 weeks, or 6 weeks. Now there's people who spend 250 days in. It's not about you. It's not something that you plan to do. It's actually changed because the reality is. And I think that's have to do with many other things. People, you know, you go to marriage and you have a job and you have family and things change. What happens if you get a better job? Now forget about losing a job. I mean, get a better job, and now you need to move to Australia. You have to move to New York. You have to move to London. You have to move, God forbid, to Israel. You know, what happens? Can my rigidness handle this? Some people can't. And they're like saying, look, I can't do this. This is what I need, and I can't do that. The more rigid you are, I think you're more... It's not that you're certain about your work. I'm not talking about people who have very defined goals or ideas. I'm not talking about it. People talking about the flexibility when an issue arising. And it's very hard. Now, I'll give advice to everybody, and I think that is free on the house, because I'm nice like that, is that sometime when you suggest something, let's say, let's go eat in a steakhouse. The response from the other side might be very quick, very rapid. No, God forbid, I don't want to interest it. Sometimes it's something to do with what you ask. It have to do with maybe the past, and maybe something at somebody's mind. Be patient, ask again. Nothing will happen. It's not 2 seconds. It might be just somebody was in that moment didn't feel good or didn't feel mine. The patience, the flexibility, the coherence that you can ask again and again, that's extremely important.